George, an exciting week this week. We get back to Premiership Rugby. How have preparations been for Northampton this Saturday?
Yeah, good. I mean, we've had a wet day today, so conditions have given us a nice day yesterday and a wet day. But yeah, boys are in a good spot. I think everybody's ready to get into the season now. There's only so long you can do pre-season for. So yeah, happy with our prep.
And obviously last weekend was our last pre-season fixture against Coventry. You know, reflecting on that game and pre-season as a whole, how's it been? I imagine it's been valuable time for the squad ahead of the start of the competitive season.
Yeah, it has. I think we've managed to blend nicely with sort of the senior players and the young players. The young players have obviously had a lot of game time this pre-season, which is really, really important for where we're going as a club. And I thought particularly on Saturday, some of the young guys really stood up and showed what they've learnt in the last two games against Ealing, and it came together against a good physical Coventry side. A couple of senior lads in there on Saturday led really well, and yeah, I think it's been a good blend, a good balance. Like anything, you've got to manage certain people through pre-season, and you've got to push some people really hard who are probably a little bit less experienced. So I think we've got the balance near enough right. You know, it's always never 100% perfect, but yeah, I'm happy with the spot we're in as a group. I think there's a good understanding of what we're trying to achieve, where we're trying to go with this, and boys have been outstanding and worked really hard throughout.
And obviously pre-season is all about the preparations for, you know, game day at the weekend, but also a time to sort of build the squad together off the field. I've heard a few about the history lessons we've been doing. How much has that brought the squad together and sort of team bonding?
Yeah, I think it's really important on the field because you know you've got to push yourself hard and go to the well a little bit and experience that together. But I think, you know, we're very lucky that we've come back to Gloucester, the centre of, and you know, we're building the training facility next door, and we've got the privilege of training here at Kingsholm every day. And you know, I'm only a year here myself, and the history I've learned, you know, the bits and pieces around the place, the stadium, the heroes that have gone before, and the stories are unbelievable. And you know, I've got to say thanks to Mount King, who's spent a bit of time in the off season, you know, coaching me on all the stories that have gone before us. And I think that the boys have really enjoyed hearing those. And you know, we've had a bit of fun with it and asked lads to do their own research and bits and pieces in the history of the shed and the stadium. And you know, the boys presented on the shed and the different stands around. And you know, we had a bit of fun, but it's really just an understanding of what's gone before and the rich heritage and history here, and you know, just embracing it for what it is. And we know how passionate everyone here is, and everyone wants to understand what's gone before, and we want to leave our legacy, if you like, you know, as part of it, with full respect of everybody who buys a ticket and comes through the door. And yeah, the lads have embraced it. They've really enjoyed it, and it's been a real good thing to pull us all together.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, as I said, we start this weekend against Northampton. What do you see their strengths as being, and you know, how have we sort of started to tailor preparation as we look to start the Premiership? Yeah,
I mean, look, Saints they're a good team. They're sort of 4 or 5 years into their journey with their group and their coaching team, and you know, they were knocking on the door of the top 4 last year. So we've got full respect. They play some great running rugby. You know, they've got a good physical pack, but they can certainly open teams up. They did that against the Ospreys on the weekend. So yeah, look, they're knocking on the door of the top 4 last year, and we know how good they are. So I think they've got a couple of good new signings who look to be really sharp and look like they'll fit the Prem well. So you know, slightly different challenge to last year from a few different personnel, but as I say, they've been building nicely for a few years, and we've got to respect that.
And I mean, yeah, finally, I mean, we're back, Premiership Rugby. How exciting is that? The squad must be really energised by the start of the competition.
Yeah, absolutely. I think pre-season's brilliant for all the stuff we talked about, the bonding, the hard work, you know, having some fun around working really hard. But in the end, we love getting to the season, and we love the week to week of, you know, the competitiveness and the highs and lows and the pulling together. And you know, it's really exciting, and it's obviously double exciting this year because we're obviously getting all the supporters back. And you know, we've talked a lot about how excited we are to fill out the place, and you know, we've put the warm up here back at the right end so the boys can jog past the shed, and you know, we're really excited to get those bits back in that make playing rugby so enjoyable and so exciting. So yeah, it's an exciting season ahead, and yeah, we're looking forward to it.